Hello, hello, hello. So today I'm going to touch a bit upon the Gen Z relationships today. The Generation Z, these young adults that seems like whoa, like their relationships, their views on relationships is just out of this world. Like things we've never seen before, right? And I know back in my day, which I'm a millennial. So back then, it was just a regular thing. Now, there has always been a few mind games when dating. People date multiple people, lying, deceitful. That has always been going on, right? But now, when I look and see what these younger people are doing, now they done added situationships. They have freaking no contact, sneaky links, and all, which it's just another word for sneaky link. Of course, that been going on, but they just added a word to it now. But all in all, their whole mindset and for what they're displaying on social media is a delusional mindset on relationships, dating, and their expectations. And I'm noticing that, and I'm like, what? It's ridiculous. So recently, it was Valentine's Day. Of course, the mature-minded people, we already know Valentine's Day, yeah, it can be a special day, but it don't have to be. It just depends on who you have. If you may have someone that's romantic and that automatically does things on Valentine's Day, or you can have someone that's not that romantic. Maybe they just throw you a little money. Maybe they, whatever happens, but you won't just automatically think the worst just because your partner don't get you anything on Valentine's Day. But these younger people, I mean, I've seen so many videos of women like, I'm about to block this dude. He didn't give me enough for Valentine's Day. I'm about to break up with him. I'm about to block his number. He's not seeing me anymore. All because they didn't get a gift on Valentine's Day. And this is just really delusional mindset. And it's just a start of what I see, like I said, in today's society when you have unrealistic expectations. I understand younger people, don't fully understand everything yet, but at the same time, who is teaching these people these rules? Who is telling these people that, yeah, you supposedly it's on your birthday, on Valentine's Day, on Christmas. Yes, you're supposed to get something, I mean, like as if it's just a enormous red flag, right? And it just depends on the situation. I've known happy couples that barely get each other gifts. I've known happy couples that do get each other gifts. It just depends on the situation and who you're with. You have to know who you're with, right? But yeah, at the same time, I just think it's sad, especially I see whole wives, husband paying bills and everything, and they're upset or crying, literally, on video because, I didn't get anything on Valentine's Day. What? I mean, is that how bad it is? Do you not get nothing all year to the point where you're just waiting on Valentine's Day? Or maybe you're delusional and you're looking on social media, seeing gifts that other people are getting. These people, they may get gifts and get cheated on the next day. I mean, people should just really be more realistic on things. There are people with amazing gifts. My mom works around a lot of people that makes a lot of money. And my mom always tells us stories of husbands, boyfriends. They'll spend so much money on their girlfriends, wives, and guess what? They file for divorce next month. Men leave them just like that next month or the next few weeks. They spend a bag on these women, and that don't mean anything. Him spending a bag on you don't mean nothing. If he got it, they don't care. They'll spend the bag to keep you quiet. But if they're not happy, they can leave anyway. Or they're going to resent you or treat you bad behind closed doors anyway. So who makes a damn difference of a gift? I'd rather just have a happy relationship. Now, if the guy gets me a Valentine's gift, fine. But you know what I really want? A guy that really wants me. That genuinely loves me, wants me, treating me right. I would take that over any damn Valentine's Day gift. And so I think if more women are focused on that, maybe they'll choose better instead of worrying about the amount of gifts you're getting on one day out of a year. Ridiculous. And so I wanted to touch bases on that to pretty much say how the young people are delulu about how relationships and dating is supposed to work. Yes, they're young, but it makes you question, geez, is anyone teaching them anything? Because they're in a whole delusional world. Like, the economy literally is expensive right now, and we have people that's struggling. We have people that's grieving. People are dealing with death even more now than ever. But yet you have people we have these young people that's worried so much about small things. But yet they think that they are ready for a relationship or they're ready for marriage, and that's not so. Like, there's no way you can be ready. And I tell you what, if you're so upset about one day out of a year, if you're so mad because you don't get a gift, then you're really not ready for a life partner. You shouldn't even be thinking about marriage. So one thing about the Gen Z, today's society, I'll say, because there's even older people that thinks like this now. So in today's society, people have a false reality of relationships, and that's one of the problems, is the false reality of it. It's the whole thinking that you're never going to be bored. There are a lot of videos of, it's supposed to be drama. There's so many, in today's society, there's so many people that think in a relationship it's supposed to be dramatic all the time, or arguing, fighting. It's not really peaceful that much. And then when you get into a relationship where it's finally peaceful, they think, oh, we don't connect, it's boring. Well, that's what a healthy relationship looks like. Not boring, but it's going to be peace. You don't have to argue. When you're actually compatible with someone, there's not going to be arguments every day, every week. Y'all may argue once every blue moon because y'all are compatible. You know how to compromise, right? And so it's going to be peace. And that's another thing. A lot of people don't bring much to the table. If you don't bring much to the table, you're not going to sit well with peace, because it's like, what am I going to do? What do I have to show for myself? All right. So It's a false sense of reality. There's going to be bored times. There's going to be peaceful times, quiet moments. There's nothing wrong with that. That's healthy. Another thing is clingy. Part of the false reality that today's society have is the clinginess. They think that it's always okay to just be fully clingy with your partner. Some situations it is, but to be honest, as a life partner, I'm talking about be very clingy. Like, you always have to know what they're doing, where they're going, what time they came home, who they're talking to on the phone, how many social media accounts they have, who they're talking to, what's in the DMs. People literally feel like they're possessive of their partner. And I'm here to tell you that isn't a healthy relationship at all. Because a healthy relationship is two people that's their own person coming together and sharing their life. They're sharing their life, but they're not changing their life. Like, you shouldn't change yourself for someone. So if someone, it's okay to share, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to the gym. Well, I can go too, or something like that. But if it's like, oh, delete all your social media, oh, I don't want you to go there, or let's say you're a friendly person, oh, all of a sudden you can't have friends, or you usually go to an event every year, now you can't. I mean, if you have to change yourself because this person is so clingy and they don't like you doing things that's your natural personality, then that's a problem. That's a toxic clingy. Healthy clingy is okay, but not toxic. Healthy clingy, cuddling up in the house, things like that, going places together is okay. If both partners agree, that's okay. But find someone compatible. I always say that. Find someone that's compatible with you, because when you're compatible, like I said, you still can be and feel like yourself, even though you're with someone. But if you don't feel like yourself, if you feel like you're being smothered, or if you feel like you're too much for a person, you're asking for too much, then maybe you guys are not compatible, right? It's okay to admit you're not compatible with someone. It's okay. Instead of it lingering on, it's okay to admit this. And then the whole mixed communication. Mixed communication is another false reality of today's society. The miscommunication is things like, they call that push and pull method. The whole, let's go no contact, or let me be quiet for a month and see what happens. All these games, like mixed communication with somebody. Playing games, see how much they like you or how much they don't like you. I'm going to tell you right now, I've never personally, thank God, had to deal with games like that. But if anyone is even playing games like that, sending mixed signals, not contacting people on purpose just to see how much they like them or who's going to reach out first, you're not even ready for an actual relationship anyway. You're not. Because if you feel like you have to play these games, how long do you have to play these games? That means even in a relationship, even in marriage, you're going to still keep playing games. How much do they like me? Let me pull away this, or let me not communicate and see what happens. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all in relationships. You have to communicate. then that's part of finding someone compatible, because not everyone communicates right. Some people are not direct in communication, and that's okay. That's them. But if you're a person that's not direct and straightforward in your communication, you need someone who's a little more submissive and willing to compromise to meet you on that level. You need someone to give you time to figure things out, or take time to express how you feel. But a person that is not direct should not be with a person that's fully direct and straightforward, because it's going to be a lot of arguing, and the other person getting fed up and frustrated. So compatibility plays a long way with communication. It really does. But I'm just here to say, anybody playing mind games on purpose with people, just because someone expressed their feelings or someone likes you, now you want to pull away on purpose instead of just telling them the truth, telling them if you're not feeling someone, tell them, or somehow break it off. But I'm just here to say, if you experience someone who just ghosts you, they call it ghosting now. Anyone that ghosts instead of just communicating, telling people straight up what it is, they're not ready for a relationship anyway. People that's ghosting and they feel like it's okay to ghost out of nowhere, you just ghosting people without no explanation. Well, guess what? They're in a relationship they get in anyway. It's not going to last. It's not. Because that shows that you still need to work on emotions. You're not emotionally ready to last with a partner at all. Because ghosting is part of running away from your emotions, push and pull tactics and all that. It's just mind games. If you are meant to be with someone, it's going to naturally happen. It's going to naturally happen. There shouldn't be any mind games. You just be honest, see if y'all compatible, and you know what? If two people are compatible, there isn't no need for mind games. There's no need for the whole ghosting, push and pull, no contact. There's no need for any of these games when you're compatible. And also, one thing that people have to remember when seeing how today's society is in relationships, so many people try to give all this dating advice and tell people what to do, and you still see a lot of relationships failing, and people with this stupid mindset is, you got to remember, a lot of people didn't even grow up seeing a lasting relationship. They did not. I can honestly say I have, and I still do. My whole family has lasting relationships. Even first marriages, lasting. But most people did not see a lasting relationship. So therefore, they don't even have a clue what a healthy relationship look like. They don't even know. So how can they say what you're supposed to do in a relationship? How can they say it? And they haven't seen it. And when I say a healthy relationship, that doesn't mean no arguing. No, that doesn't mean that. That just means when you grow up, when you see a lasting relationship, when you see, it teaches you that, number one, it teaches you realistic expectations when you're with someone. When you witness and you're actually around people who are in lasting relationships, it gives you a sense of what to expect when you are with someone. So if you haven't witnessed a relationship growing up, then your mindset, when you do start dating someone, you're going to get pissed off. You're going to get mad fast. You're going to get mad if that person don't text you back. You're going to get pissed off if they go no contact. You're going to freak out if they follow a new girl on Instagram. Like, you're going to pretty much have all these unrealistic fantasies in your head when it doesn't make sense. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. But a person that has seen relationships, they already know. They already know that, yes, there's going to be issues in relationships. Yes, your man, your woman, they're going to physically see other attractive people. You can't stop that unless they're blind. They're going to see other people. But as long as they don't act on it, so what? If they happen to glance at someone else, so what? If they happen to look, so what? If they're friendly, so what? You're not going to freak out that much as you would a person that did not see how relationships are. Because the reality is, in relationships, it's not perfect. And also, there are times where you have to put your pride to the side. And also, there are times where, yeah, you're going to have insecure times in relationships. Yes, you will. People that have seen relationships already know this. They already know. So they're not going to freak out as much as other people who have not witnessed a healthy relationship. But yes, that will happen. Yes. And lasting marriages, yes, there are going to be times where you are insecure. There is. Because why? Because life happens. Your partner may get a new hot coworker, or they have to work with somebody, or I don't know, y'all can be shopping somewhere and a damn attractive person pull up in front of you. I mean, all kinds of situations are going to happen, but you're not going to freak out about all of them. You're not. Because why? Because you pick your battles. There are way bigger situations than that. So I just wanted to touch bases on that because, like I said, in today's society, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I feel bad. Like anybody that's dating out here, modern dating, if a person is thinking the modern way now, like now they're saying guys don't want to pay on the first date. Guys expect the woman to help pay on the first date. Now don't nobody want to chase nobody. Guys don't want to pursue. The women, of course, is like, oh, I'm not either, you know. So it may be even harder in today's society. If you're about to date someone or talking to someone, you need to see, are their mindset today's society or the old society? Because if it's today's society, man, it's really negative out there right now. It is. From what I see, the dating pool is really negative right now. A lot of guys think very negative about today's women, even though it's not realistic. Because at the end of the day, you can't just look at celebrities. Yes, we have ratchet celebrities, but you can't just look at those few celebrities we have and compare it to most of this world. You can't do that, you know. You can't do that because the reality is there are plenty of women who are not ratchet out here that do want a relationship, and are willing probably to act right. But it's the manner of finding them kind of women, right? I mean, you have, men going to clubs meeting women, but then they try to say, oh, well, it's no good women out here. Well, you're going to clubs to meet women. That's your mistake right there. And then I'm definitely going to make a video for the men soon on how to pick better women. Because in my opinion, and this goes on both sides, male and female, pick better. Pick better. And I'm not saying, yes, anybody you pick, there's always a chance of them not doing good in a relationship and stuff like that. But if you pick better, at least there's a slimmer chance of that person messing you over. So I wanted to touch bases on that right quick and just kind of speak about that, about how today's society is just thinking bad about relationships and being very unrealistic and having expectations. But I'm definitely going to speak next video on how to choose better people, how the men can choose better women.